Good morning, traders. Welcome to today's market review. This is Fred Razak at CMTrading. Today is May 8th, 2019, and today is Wednesday morning. So looking at the economic events of the day, nothing scheduled major for today for the majors, but down in South Africa, we do have general elections. That's a major event for the South African market, and so that's going to wreak some havoc for the JSE, the Johannesburg Stock Exchange, and the local currency of the South African rand. Now, looking at the markets, Forex symbols, most of the majors are very choppy versus the USD. We're looking at the Turkish Lira getting weaker, continued getting weaker, and we're also looking at the Japanese yen as it strengthens versus the USD. We'll take a look at those as well. South African rand retraces today in light of the general elections looking forward for today. Now, looking at the other markets, indices, looking at the Dow Jones, the Johannesburg Stock Exchange, the DAX, all tumbled this week, all tumbled big yesterday. We'll take a look at that as well. Looking at commodities, gold looks like it wants to break out, 1286 at the top of that range. And oil is still strong after the bounce, but still questionary where it's actually going to go next. Now, lastly, looking at the stocks, Alcoa breaks support on the bottom side. So that might indicate that we have some more room to actually break out lower. Now, let's take a look at the markets and see what we can expect from today's trading. So we're going to start here with the South African rand. And as you can see, we have this resistance at 1450-ish level. We're just shy of that, about 10 pips. So with that said, okay, if it does break any of these areas, I mean, on the top side, 1450, on the bottom side, 1400. I don't think it's going to actually break it. I think we're going to be very choppy today in light of what's going on. But looking at the USD Japanese yen, look at that nosedive to the dollar as the Japanese yen gets much stronger, and we're at the bottom of that range at 110. Now, looking at a daily chart, just to give you a perspective of it, this 110 level is actually really very important. So if we do break this 110-ish level, we could see it further decline to the 108-ish level. Okay, very important range that we've been in. On the top side, 112, on the bottom side, 110. So with that said, okay, as this actually might be a good place to actually buy it in the anticipation that it's going to bounce. Okay, but you don't want to go full throttle. You want to just ease into the position as it continues. Now, looking at the USD Turkish Lira, continues to slide versus the dollar at 617. Now, we mentioned this earlier yesterday, if we broke above 6, and then now we're at 617. If we break this range, well, the next resistance level is 635-ish level. So this still has room to get weaker on the top side as we're going into some geopolitical issues and some demographic issues and some economic issues in Turkey. Okay, so this is really causing some havoc in the local Turkish lira. Now, looking at gold. All right, now this is getting stronger, and it looks like its momentum is actually picking up on the upside here. As you can see, it's a bar, okay, a candle, a full candle instead of just a wick, all right, as it pushes higher here. If it does break above this 1280-ish level, 1290-ish level, you know, the next real resistance is 1293. I would even say 1300 would really be my next guess of where it could possibly get to. Okay, so this is really has some momentum on the upside and can continue later today to push it higher if it continues with that momentum. Like looking at oil now, $61.84 right now as we're trading at that pivotal moment, okay, at this retracement level of 61.80. And so has it gone stronger? Yes. Does it mean that it's going to go back to the $66 range? Not necessarily. Okay, so with that said, I'd expect some choppiness to continue in oil as we continue trading in this week. Now, looking at the Dow Jones, this was really, you know, the one over the past couple of days, really a roller coaster. Okay, I wrote that yesterday, and we regained to 26,423 and then gave it up, and we've retraced over 600 points yesterday, and then just bouncing right now to 25,997. If it doesn't break above 26,000, if it doesn't hold itself, you know, above that water, we could see it decline back to the 25,451. Might not happen over today, might happen over the next couple of weeks, but that still may happen. Okay, now looking at the DAX as well, we saw that retracement as it hit that resistance at 12,400-ish level, almost like a layup. Okay, because really this was so easy to anticipate as the DAX was kind of softening up, as the stocks looked like they were weak, okay, and everything just gave it to you all at one time. All right, something usually doesn't happen like that, and I did mention it last week over the last couple of episodes that it does look, you're gonna have to see for some key instruments to see if they're breaking down, and then we'll see the Dow Jones breaking down as well. Now, looking at the Johannesburg Stock Exchange, okay, now this is really very important because we broke that 54,490-ish support level, and we broke it with some momentum, okay? We're trading at 52,000 flat. Real next support level, to tell you the truth, is somewhere in the 51,000, okay? So we got 1,000 points still to go to hit some sort of softness there. Now, this is really could be because of what's going on in the general elections, in anticipation of the general elections. If there's going to be a positive news that comes out of it, then you could expect there to be a spike in the JSC. Not even a question about it, all right? So that's what I'd be looking for today. It probably will be very choppy, so just take yourself and put yourself, really in a very protective manner. Now, looking at Alcoa, now this was the one that really gave it away. Now, this was our support level at 25.47. We broke it and breached it and was the first one to go as the markets were bouncing over the last couple of days. But, proof is in the pudding. When we look at Alcoa, it was breaking lower as the markets were, just bouncing, off of that roller coaster ride over the weekend after Trump's tweet and all that stuff. And now we're trading at $25. Does it mean that the markets are going into a recession? No. Okay, but the markets do go into these cycles where they correct themselves, they sell off a little bit, and then they're bought back again. So we're just going through that cycle right now. The next real support level is right there. Okay, we're right there at 25. All right, but if we break this $25, then we could further see it go further down. Okay, this is really important because it's had a massive retracement over the last year. So this is really important to note. Okay, because Alcoa is one of those old types of companies where you really look as a standard in giving us some direction of the markets. This is Fred Razak. I want to wish you guys a great trading day. Thank you.